Hi everyone. So today we are going to talk about the left side bar right here. So this is where the left side bar is normally located. You're going to find your pages there. You're going to find your layouts, and also you're also going to find like your assets panels. This is where you're going to see all your local component that you've created. So first of all, let's start with the layout panel. So the layout panel is where you find your groups, your frames, you know. So let me talk about the icons that represent it. So this particular icon here, it's an auto layout. This indicates that this is an auto layout. This indicates that this is a frame. This indicates that this is a line, you know. This indicates that these are grouped elements. So this logo contains like group elements, text, and icons and every other thing you get. So that's another way to know what a layer represents. And another thing we're going to talk about is nested layout now. So nested layout are just basically like layouts or probably like elements that are inside of elements, you know, and you can be able to track those layouts and know where they belong. So now one way I used to notice like if a layer is inside of another layer or an element is inside of a particular frame or layout is I see this particular space here. So if we start out here, once we close this, you'll notice that they are not visible again because all of them are inside of this particular head frame or the main container, which is the home page. So under the home page, we now have the nav bar. So this is the nav bar, and this is like the hero section. So if you open the nav bar, you will see elements that are inside of that nav bar. So you see, first, when you open this, there's this little space here indicating that this and this are inside of this. And once you open here, you see this space in here. They are not aligned together. You see the way the icons are different from the way this icon is placed, and it's different from the way this icon is placed. So it's indicating that all these are nested inside of this particular frame. And another thing you can also do, let me even show you something else. So let's say this frame now, let's name this frame a box. Now you see this frame, the icon is on the same level with this particular hero section icon. That means this box is not inside of this, but I can actually drag the box inside of this by just dragging it, holding your left click on your mouse and dragging it, holding that left click while you drag it. So to push it inside of here, let's change the color so that we can actually see what we are doing. So you see this box now is now inside of this, and you see this space has been created also. So it's just like a very no-brainer way to actually know, like the simplest way to actually know that this is. So I'm just illustrating that. But you can also select this to see that all these are inside of this. And when you close it, obviously you will see that all the elements were inside of this. So you can also drag it out also. So you see it's now outside. So I can just push it outside and you will know that this is not part of this. Another thing is that if I even drag this inside of here and drag it outside, the name is still displaying a blue color. That is, it's not inside of this frame. If it's inside of this frame, you will no longer see this blue highlighted title again. Let me drag it inside. So if I drag it inside, you see, let me even push it downward. Let me drag it to the middle. So you see, you can't see. So most times, whenever you see your elements having their name still highlighted blue like this, means they are not inside of that frame that you think they are inside. Most times beginners struggle to actually observe that. So that's another good way to observe if an element is not inside of that frame or inside of that layout you're trying to create. So another thing that we're going to talk about is how we can show or hide elements or lock elements. So let's say, for example, now I lock this particular box now. So if I lock this particular box, you can see I won't be able to move it again because it's now locked. But if I unlock it, you see, I can easily move it around. It comes in handy. You will need it in some areas of your work, so just take note of that. Another thing is to turn this off, to turn off the box, to turn off that layout. You can also turn off that layout. So you can also right click on any elements to actually view more property that you can actually add to. Then you can convert it to a section. You can group the selection. You know, you can rename it just like what you have. So you can also see the visible shortcuts here you can use to quickly do that. So you can also put this shortcut in your head so that you can always use them in your project and you don't have to always have to click a lot. So that's just that. So the show and hide is also here. It's also visible there. So another thing is that we're going to talk about now. We're going to talk about the assets panel. So let's quickly go over to the asset panel. So the asset panel, let's quickly delete this box. We don't need this box anymore. Works. Let me quickly drag this button out and make it a component. So let me make this a component. So once I click create component, so then once I click that icon, it makes it a component. So now you see it has appeared inside of this particular panel, which is the assets panel. So you can see up here it says created in this file. So these are all the assets you've created. So components are like reusable elements that you might want to use. Like a button now is something that you're going to be using a lot of time in your project because it's a call to action. You understand? You can't have a website without a call to action. So to keep your buttons consistent, you need to make them an asset. And once you create that asset, you can always see them here. So let's say I scroll down. Let's say I scroll to a different aspect of this page. I can still bring in the same button here just by dragging it out of the assets panel. So that's that about the asset panel. So let's go back to this button. Let me show you something. So now under the files, I did show you something about the buttons under the layer. So under the layers, this is the icons for a button. And when I drag and copy this, so you see, this indicates that this is an instance of this particular component. We'll talk more about components like later on in this tutorial. But for now, just know that these are the icons that will indicate that this is a component and this is like an instance under the layer panel. So let's close that. So the last thing we are going to talk about now is the pages. So let's say you have a lot of pages down here. You can always adjust this to accommodate those pages. So let's quickly adjust this. And now under the pages, you can add new pages. You can add a new page. It creates like a totally blank and new canvas for you to probably do whatever thing you want to do. Let's name this component. So you can have a separate page where you host all your components if you want to achieve like a network, or you can also call it design system, because most times you need to create a design system before you start working on any project. So you can also move between pages, and just like the way we're able to drag different layers, that's the same way it works here. You can drag it, you can restructure the way you want them to appear. But most times how I design is I'll have the cover, then I'll have the design file, then I'll have the design system. I probably we have other assets that I might want to have, then I can just add a new page for it. So another thing you can do is right click. So when you right click, you can copy the link to this particular page and share to a client or anybody that might want to review it. You can rename, you can click on rename and you rename this, or you can double click on the particular page to actually be able to rename it also. Or you can also duplicate this page. So if you duplicate this page, it just changes, like add a value to just show that this page is different from this page. That's that. So lastly, you can also delete. So we are going to delete this because we don't need it, and we're also going to delete this because we don't need it. So that's for the left sidebar. So see you in the next tutorial.